Okay, 1 point perspective cityscape. So this is supposed to be like we're looking up at a city. This one isn't 100% done because I would have windows. But if you notice, in 1 point perspective, everything goes back to 1 point. We call that the vanishing point. So everything kind of disappeared to that point. So see how that side of the building lines up, this side of the building lines up, this side of this building lines up. And this is true for all of the buildings. If I go the other side of the paper, that's lining up, that's lining up, that's lining up, that's lining up. So everything comes back to this one vanishing point. So the very first step in our assignment is going to be to make a vanishing point. And you're just going to kind of guess of where you think the center is, going across, going vertically. We're going to make a point there. So step 1, make a vanishing point. Step 2, we are going to make 2 points at the bottom of our paper. And I want you to not do this in the center. I want you to move over to the right side, okay? To the right side of your paper. And I want you to make 2 marks there, not too close together. Something like that. I am going to take both of those to my vanishing point. I'm going to connect them to the vanishing point. In order to do that, I need my ruler to be on the vanishing point as well as on the points that I just drew. So if I can see my vanishing point and I can see the mark I just drew, then I may draw my line. So see how it's connected? It goes right off the paper and right up to the vanishing point. I'm going to go to the vanishing point and go to my second one now. I'm going to end up with like a leaning triangle. Okay? Now this is going to be my building, but it's not going to be quite that tall. At some point I'm going to cut it down and make it look like a building. But what I'm actually going to do first is draw a third line to the vanishing point. That's going to be the side of my building, and I'm going to see the left side of my building if I'm on the right side. So if I'm on the right side for my building, to the left, I'm going to make another line. My building can be pretty wide or it can be pretty skinny. It's up to me. But I'm going to make another point and take that up there. So now I have 3 lines going to my vanishing point. What I need to do is I need to make a perfectly horizontal line just between the 2 on the right. Not all the way through all of them, just through the 2 on the right. So I'm going to line my ruler up with the edge of my paper. It's very important that this horizontal line is straight. So in order to do that, I'm lining my ruler up there. I am going to make just this horizontal line just between the 2 right ones, not the last one, the 2 on the right. So from here to here, I'm just making it. Now my building could be much shorter or even taller than that. It doesn't matter. It's up to me. That's where I chose. Okay, so that should be straight across the paper. This point that I have now here, I'm going to bring down, straight down the paper. So now I'm going to line up with the bottom of my paper, and I'm going to take this straight down. Okay, and now I need to erase out these triangles at the top. Don't erase my vanishing point because I need that for all of my buildings. And if I do, I'm going to put it back in. But there we go. There's one of my buildings. Let's do it again. On the left side of my paper, I'm going to make 2 marks. And I'm going to take those to the vanishing point. I'm going to make this building a little wider. So I'm lining it up so that I can see my vanishing point. I can see the other one, taking it all the way up there, taking the next one all the way up there. So it's going to be the sides of my building. I'm going to go ahead, the front of my building, and I'm going to go ahead and decide where the side is. So from here, maybe up to my vanishing point. Okay, 3 lines. The next step, do you remember the next step? I need to make a horizontal line. I think I'm going to make this building a little shorter. So I'm lined my ruler up here so it's nice and straight on the edge. And I'm just doing now, this time I'm on the left side, so I need to do these 2 on the left, opposite of what I had before. When I get here, this is the one that's going to go straight down. Now, it's possible that it will go straight off the page and never intersect with the line I just made, which I think might really be the case. And that happens sometimes if I'm too close to the center. And that looks like that's going to happen here. So in theory, I would eventually connect with this line off the paper, right? But I didn't, so I'm going to just erase the whole line out and all of this triangle out. So there, now it's 2 buildings. If you are directly, now remember I asked you to make one off to the right and off to the left. If you make one that's directly centered, I'm gonna flip my paper all the way over. And if I make one, instead of going to the right or the left, if I make a building that is pretty much right along the center here, make my triangle, take it up to the vanishing point, I would not see either side because it's too centered. So in order to finish this building, I just decide how tall it is, line it up with the edge of my paper, draw a cross, and erase out the triangle. So that building is a little bit strange when you go right on the vertical because it doesn't look quite the same. Here's one, I think, like that right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to make at least 7 buildings. So I might make another one here and another one here and one over here and one over here. And you can have more than 7 buildings if you want. But same steps. You're going to take two points to the vanishing point. Then you're going to make a third for the side. So on the right side, it'll be on the left. Draw your horizontal line across, lining the ruler up. On the 2 right lines if you're on the right side. Then straight up and down. Do the same thing opposite thing on the left.